Alrighty, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another pregame episode of Dom and Gonz Sports Talk. I'm Dom. That's Gonz. Gonz, welcome back, sir. How have you been, man?
That's good, and thank you for recording that pregame for the Bills last week. I've just been extremely busy. Our
Sorry,
schedule
guys, he forgot about us. It's all good.
Yeah, I forgot. For once, it's me and not him messing up, so sorry about that. But yeah, I'm excited. Ravens are back on track at 2-2. Ready to talk about this matchup against the Bengals tomorrow. First to the AFC North of the entire season. We haven't had any matchups between our other division foes yet, so this should be fun and interesting. I'm ready to talk about it. So yeah, here we go. We're back.
Nice. As Gon said, we are finally at 2-2 at 500 once again after our dominant performance against the Buffalo Bills on Sunday Night Football. The Ravens take care of business. I believe it was 30. You know what? They scored so many touchdowns, I lost track. But
35-10.
35-10, thank you. It was a great performance all around, defensively, offensively. They really decided to get back to their identity of being a running football team. Gonz, I know we couldn't hear your thoughts initially on the game, post game. Before we get into this Bengals matchup, I just want to get your thoughts. What did you like last game? What didn't you like? You know, just how did you feel about the game in general?
We didn't have time to do a post game. We need to try to do a post game for week 5. Can we work hard to try to do one maybe Monday or maybe tomorrow? Maybe tomorrow right after the game.
It is early, anyway, so we can make that work.
Yeah, we can definitely work on that. But anyway, wrapping up week 4, feed the ball, feed the rock to Derrick Henry. I mean, the Ravens look like they finally have an identity on offense with their running game to open up everything else. I mean, just run the ball from the start, and other good things will happen. And the pass game can feed off that running game and just be an efficient pass game, because that's what Lamar Jackson and these receiving corps have pretty much been for the past 2 weeks, with just efficient when the ball is put in the air. I mean, Lamar's only thrown like a grand total of like what did he go last time? What did he go on Sunday? 13 of 18?
Yeah, for like 150 or something like that.
With a couple drops. So I don't even think he's thrown 10 incompletions in the past 2 weeks combined. I think he's thrown 9, because he only had 4 in the Cowboys game. He had 5 on week 4. So that just shows you how efficient they've been throwing the ball. Just wide open stuff. Take what the defense is giving you and feed off of Derrick Henry. And I think you've got yourself a little bit of an identity, which is very good after starting 0-2, and we had no clue what this team was going to do. So it's looking like running the ball is what we want to be. A smash mouth, run, hit you in the face, punch you in the mouth type of football team on offense, with this O-line suddenly emerging as looking like one of the league's best as the moment. They've had some of these performances by these guys have been league best. So if we want to reach that status of one of the best O-lines in the league, let's keep building on this each and every week, and we should be getting there. I love it. I absolutely love it. They have completely done a 180 for the offensive line since the first 2 weeks of the season. So I'm really excited about the progress these guys are making. Go ahead and cement Rosengarten as that right tackle. I mean, he is absolutely doing an amazing job for a rookie. I mean, this was our second-round pick, and he's doing some really great things out there. And Lamar was only sacked none. I don't think – was he sacked one time? Yeah, one time on a scramble. He was trying to escape. So, yeah, technically the Bills got him once. But 1 sack in the past 2 weeks, this is absolutely crazy. And if you watch that first half of the Bills game, there was absolutely nobody around him. No one around Lamar. He had all day to sit there and look downfield, hit some deeper shots, chunk plays. And that's – I'm just really excited about this offense. Defensively, just glad they were able to close the game out. I mean, you could see them kind of reeling there a little bit in the third quarter, and you're like, uh-oh, here we go again. But then Kyle Van Noy saves the day with that strip sack of Josh Allen on a weird trick play that a lot of Bills fans are in uproar about, saying that cost them the game. But such things happen. I mean, we could say that one play cost Ravens the game. So It happens. It really does. But, yeah, shout out to the defense for keeping that relentless pressure going. Van Noy's 6 sacks in the last 3 games. That is absolutely phenomenal. I'm so excited for him. Keep it up. Oweh's emerging. Matabike is doing his thing. All those guys on the D-line. Pass rush was something we were concerned about, has looked very good. And just shout out to the secondary for locking it down back there and just putting a stamp on that game and not letting the Bills come back. And we were just partying on Sunday night. So hopefully it's a party tomorrow. But, yeah, this team is playing better. It's showing signs of where they want to be and what they want to become. Let's see if we can chase. You good?
So that, can you still hear? Can you
Yep.
hear me? Yeah, you were cutting in and out. Yeah, you were cutting in and out of that last statement.
Let's continue to build to that team that we want to be and chase that ring.
No, I agree. I mean, nothing you said was far-fetched. I mean, the team looked pretty spectacular on all sides of the ball, and it was good to see them get back to stature. Um, Pass rush was good. Van Noy was great. Wiggins, he's quickly learning and adapting to the NFL at a very quick rate, so I love to see it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I just hope this continues. Let's just try to see if we can continue to build on this, get to 3-2, get above 500. Let's go from there.
Shout out to Marlon Humphrey too for playing really well these past couple games. I mean,
he has been very
stuck in a rough
very
with injuries
very
and
stout.
such. Yeah, but he's been showing out on defense a lot, getting some nice pass breakup.
I agree.
So let's keep that going too.
I agree. He's been playing lights out. Shout out to him.
We lost you. Yep.
Okay, sorry about that. I was getting a call, but yeah, it was great to see him. It's good to see him playing well. I know he's faced a lot of criticism, but he's definitely taken that and just building on the foundation that he's built since he's been here. He's always been our number one guy. He's been our number one corner, and he's always been locked down. So we appreciate him. Great showing against the Bills. Now we're going against a familiar opponent, those kitty cat Bengals, as Gonzi likes to call them. Sunday afternoon football in Cincinnati. The Bengals need a win, man. They need a win badly. It's not even up for discussion. They are 1-3 heading into this matchup against us. They've had some bad games, losing to the Commanders, who are emerging themselves as a contending team in the NFC. I didn't think I'd even say that this year, but here the heck we are.
Still a little
early. Still a little early, yes. But yeah, so we're going against those kitty cats. Honestly, I think for me, I'm just going to start with the offensive standpoint. I mean, the Bengals defense has not been playing elite this year. I think we've all seen that. They've had points dropped on them. I mean, when they lost to the Patriots and the loss to the Commanders, I mean, they've had points dropped on them. Their run defense isn't as stout as they would want it to be, which is good for us. So I think, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. As far as offensively in this game, if the run game starts clicking early, keep running with it. You know what I mean? And I think the Ravens are starting to understand now that Justice and Derek can run the ball. We're seeing more Justice Hill also getting some carries, which is what we've been calling for. Let's mix up the play calling. Let's not just pass when it's Justice, or let's just run when it's Henry. It's been a little mix-up between Henry catching some passes, Justice Hill running, Derek running, Justice Hill getting passes. That's what we want to see. And we saw that mix up a little bit in the Bills game, and it worked to perfection. Justice Hill was our leading receiver Sunday Night Football. I think he finished the game with about 78 yards and a tutty.
Yeah.
I think, at that point, if we can continue to freeze the defense like that, keeping them guessing on who's getting the rock or who's keeping the rock, let's continue to build on that. Let's continue to build on this run game. Henry, I don't know if he's going to go for another 200, damn near 200 yards again. He had like 199 on Sunday night, which I'm kind of mad he's going to get to the 200, but it's all right. We got the win. That's all that matters. But let's just continue to build on that. I think Rasheen Ali, I don't know if he's out. I believe he's questionable. That's our third string running back so far until Keaton comes back. So I think he might get his first couple of carries this Sunday afternoon. I mean, let's just keep them fresh. I mean, we have the guys to run the rock, so if we can run the rock, let's just continue to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I also, and this is not really a Bengals game type of goal for me, but over the year, I just want to make sure that in case our run game gets shut down, I want to see us also be able to continue to efficiently pass the ball, like you mentioned when you were talking about the Bills game. Let's continue to utilize that screen game. Henry with the screen was absolutely spectacular in the matchup against the Bills and in the matchup against the Cowboys. It was hard to stop to try to get him down in the screen game. So let's continue to utilize that as well. And I mean, offensively, I think, like I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just continue to do what works and continue to do, because this offensive line is showing up. And I'm not gonna lie, I know we were critical of them earlier in the year, with our first two losses. I mean, rightfully so. I know they had some blunders, but man, have they turned that around quick. And you were right to mention that earlier. They have turned it around quick. Falele has even shown up. So, I mean, you have to give credit where credit is due, and you have to reverse the criticism when it's given, when they make it right. So, Falele, my bad, dog. We just want the best for you, and you just weren't showing it in those first two games, but you completely changed our minds in these last two, so we appreciate you. So yeah, with the offensive line playing like it is, if that consistency with the offensive line continues, I don't really see why the run game won't work
Right.
in this game. That's just me. I know the Bengals have some guys coming back from injury, I believe, especially in that defensive line and that front. So it's not going to be
sure.
easy.
I know they got Hendrickson coming back from that stinger. I mean, he never missed any time. But who Miles Murphy, is that their rookie?
I think so. And then B.J. Hill, I think he's coming back.
Is
I
he?
think that's their DT.
Sheldon Rankins is doubtful to play. He still didn't practice.
Okay.
But still, those guys are going to they could get mauled. I mean, they've been out for a couple of weeks, haven't they?
I know they're gonna have to get
sudden,
reinserted.
Yeah, all of a sudden, this Ravens offensive line is kind of surging. Get ready to get mauled. Okay, we can double team B.J. Hill. If they get only one person back in the middle, I mean, shoot, I don't think that's going to make too much of a difference.
Hey, listen, man. If you're right about that, I'm not going to complain about you being right.
Well,
if they get mauled,
hasn't B.J. Hill been out the whole year or no?
I'm not entirely sure. I don't know his consistency
this is his first
in the game.
Action of the season. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he did just get hurt in the first or second game. I don't know. But if this is his first game of the year, be prepared. But I don't know. Something tells me I'm wrong about that. I just thought, just trying to find some positivity. But
no, I get it.
They're getting some back.
Yeah, I mean.
And I still think that our offensive line, the way we've been playing, we can just match up well against their D-line. Only person we really need to watch out for is Hendrickson, and even he has not had the best of starts to the year. Well, he's got 3 sacks. He's doing okay.
I mean,
but
Sam Hubbard, been one of their highlights.
Sam Hubbard, haven't seen much of him. I haven't seen much of Sam Hubbard since he returned that fumble in the playoffs. He's getting old. The age is is creeping up on him, it looks like. So I don't see why we can't have a good game blocking-wise against this front. I mean, they only have, 6 sacks on the year? 5 sacks, 6 sacks? That's towards the bottom half of the NFL. So this could be our O-line should match up well against this. As long as we don't let Hendrickson go crazy, I'm not afraid of anyone else on that line. Someone else is going to have to step up and show us that they're a threat during the game on Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Like I said, with this offensive line playing as consistent as they have been. Oh, and shout out to 3 Stacks Lou.
Yeah,
showing us love down there.
That's my guy, Lou. What's up, Lou? He's happy. He's a Commanders fan. He's excited. He's been waiting for this.
I was about to say, Commanders are playing well, man.
Jaden Daniels.
We'll see you guys next week.
I'll be there. I'm going again. Just wait time, please.
But yeah, it's just great to see, like you said, with this offensive line playing as good as they have been consistently, and then throwing Ricard in the mix to help block, who's also been playing very, very well these past couple of weeks blocking. And then, I mean, I know we keep talking about the offensive line, but man, like everybody else has just in those run plays on Sunday night, man, everybody was blocking. Like, you just have to give credit to the entire team. Like, From Andrews to Likely, Bateman, like everybody out there was like they were just blocking stupendously, and you have to give credit where credit is due to the whole team. Like that is just like sacrifice. Like even though you're not getting the ball, having that much of an impact, for Henry to pretty much almost put 2 centuries on the Buffalo Bills is astounding to me. So I mean, if the team is blocking like that and we're able to get gaps for Henry to go nuts, like, honestly, I agree with you. This should not be as much of an issue. It's divisional football, though. If the AFC North is going to do anything, they're going to show up for a divisional opponent. So we don't know what to expect or who's going to show up when, but I think, like you said, with the consistency of the offensive line, I think we should be all right. But pretty much all I'm saying is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Continue to do what works. Continue to work the screen game. And try to. I mean, don't be afraid to continue to mix it up in the backfield. I mean, it works. So let's just keep working on what works.
Yeah, and the secondary of the Bengals hasn't exactly done very good this year. They did good against Kansas City, but again, Kansas City hasn't really done too well on offense in any game this year. So, yeah, they really had a rough game against Washington, gave up 38 points. And what was the other team? Carolina kind of was moving the ball pretty good on them, too. 24 points.
They dropped 24 on them, yeah.
With Andy Dalton. And then their week 1 game, they were getting gashed at times by the Patriots. So, yeah, their secondary hasn't been that great either. Cam Taylor-Britt has made his plays this year, that crazy one-handed interception. But I feel like that we can really get some separation down the field, too, if we want to attack down there, especially off play action and get some chunk plays. So let's go ahead and exert this exploit their poor defense, or at least it's been poor for the first 4 games pretty much. And we can go ahead and just shut the door on this team. I really think the offense shouldn't have too many issues if the blocking continues to be good. Okay. If we are if we're able to contain Hendrickson and keep Lamar upright, pave the way for Henry, good blockings by Ricard and those tight ends, then we should be fine offensively. I think the challenge in this game is going to be stopping that Bengals offense, who all of a sudden looks kind of hot the past couple games, scoring 30 points over on both. So let's go ahead and move to the defensive side of the ball for the Ravens, matching up with that Joe Burrow-led offense. They've got their guys back now. They've got Jamar Chase and they've got T. Higgins, and they've got other people who have been stepping up too. Mike Gesicki has been decent as their tight end, and then they've got that slot receiver, number 80. I think his name is Andre Yoshivash. I believe he has 3 touchdowns on the year. This is his second year. He was drafted last year, but he's kind of filling that gap that Tyler Boyd left as that slot guy for them. So they've got their plethora of weapons over there. And Chase Brown has looked pretty good last week running the football. So we got to make sure we can shut the door on this offense, make sure we don't let Jamar Chase get going. And we'll have Humphrey for this game too, because last year when we played the Bengals, we didn't have Marlon Humphrey for any of the matchups. So this should be good for us, okay? We just can't let Jamar Chase get going. But probably my biggest takeaway and key to the game on defense is to rattle Joe Burrow, make him unsettled. Don't let those passing plays, those deep shots over the middle, chunk plays get open. Let's get a big game from Van Noy again. Let's see what Owe can continue his stretch of surges, and see if we can get some interior pressure too. Michael Pierce should be back for this game to complement Nnamdi Madubuike and Travis Jones. So let's throw Burrow off his game and make him uncomfortable back there. Because once we do that, the good things are going to happen. That's where he'll make mistakes, try to get the ball out quick, force the checkdowns and make good open field tackles. So it all starts with me for the defensive line. Let's go ahead and push the pile, and we should be okay on defense as well. But this is going to be hard. This is going to be way easier said than done, because they've really looked good on offense the past couple games in that Cincinnati side of the ball.
Yeah, I agree with you. Burrow and Chase have been finding their rhythm as of late. Chase has been putting together really good games.
Mm-hmm.
Higgins, I mean, with his talent, I know it's only going to be a matter of time before he decides to pick it. Him and Burrow regain their chemistry as well. If you can get the lead early and try to maintain it. This is
That
not a
starts.
team.
Yep.
Exactly. And this is not a team that you really want to sleep on if you have a lead, even with a couple of scores. They have a good, like, it only takes one Jamar Chase bomb down the field to turn the game around. I mean, we've seen him in one-on-ones, and he is a problem. We have to just keep it 10 toes at this point. He is an issue
Mm-hmm.
in a lot of one-on-one matchups. So get the lead early, start fast if you can, and just try to just keep the pressure on these guys. Defensively, Van Noy, he's been having himself another year. 6 sacks in 4 games, actually nuts when you look at it from that perspective, because he had 9 last year. Lord
Honestly,
knows he's
3
gonna
because he
finish.
had 0 in the first one.
Oh yeah. So I mean, like when you look at it from that perspective, he had 9, maybe 9.5 last year next to Clowney. So Lord knows what he's going to finish with this year if he can, play as many games as he can. So we just have to keep up that defensive pressure. I think we can do a pretty good job of shutting down the Bengals' run game.
Mm-hmm.
I know they don't have Mixon anymore. Chase Brown and Zach Moss, they're still relatively really good backs. But I think we should be able to keep them in check with the defensive front. Matabike and Pierce, they should be able to handle that pretty well up front. Um, I like our DB matchups against their receivers. I like having Marlowe either on Higgins or Humphrey because I love the fact with Wiggins. I feel like with Wiggins' speed, he could be able to close out on Chase a lot faster, probably than Marlowe could. So I mean, you can switch it up however you want to. And then in the back end, you have Eddie Jackson with Marcus Williams. So I think that should. I think the way we've been playing lately, and also us needing a win to keep up in the division, I think the defense should be able to get the job done. I think like we start off fast offensively, defensively, get as many stops, stay consistent, and play all 4 quarters, please, like you did in Sunday night against the Bills. You allowed the one touchdown. I mean, that touchdown came from a broken play. When Shakir caught the ball in the lapse coverage, we did see
Mm-hmm.
that, but I think that the guys just thought the play was dead because Allen was already heading out of bounds, so they were just like, all right, there's no way he's going to throw that. He threw that. But just play all 4 quarters. I don't care how big the lead is, continue to keep your foot on their necks. I think that has to be the mantra for the rest of the year. Keep your foot on their necks. I don't care if we're up 42-0 heading into the fourth quarter. Stay consistent. The team I think they realized that Sunday night when they gave away that touchdown to the Bills
Mm-hmm.
late. Like, you have to be able to put teams away. And Burrow is a very, very talented quarterback, able to dig his team out of a hole whenever they need to. So you need to be able to shut the door on them if they try to knock. All right, it's just that simple. So play all 4 quarters, keep the pressure consistent, and I also say keep those DB matchups consistent as much as you can. Don't be afraid to switch it up. But if you see somebody getting cooked, make the switch because, dude, I don't know why sometimes we stick one guy on one guy and we continuously see him getting kind of like outmatched, and we'll stick with that matchup. Please don't be afraid to switch that up, Zach. I mean, come on, man. I mean, these are 2 top receivers in this league. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, we also got more. We have, like I said, we have Marlowe joining us for this matchup. Thank goodness.
Right.
And we got Nate Wiggins this year as our rookie. So we've got 2 extra DBs to go against these guys that we didn't have last year in both of our matchups. And we were able to take care of business in both games. So I'm really feeling good that these guys will get it done. Brandon Stevens, though, last game, he was started off pretty good, but then he got caught on back-to-back by Coleman. So you want to make sure that, like you said, if he's getting cooked, rotate him out for a little bit. Because we don't want Jamar Chase to be doing that down the sideline for 25, 30-yard gains multiple times in the half. But yeah, so we'll see what the coaching staff has in order for this. So yeah, I think we can take care of business. I really think we can. So let's go ahead and go to our score predictions as I got to roll out of here very soon. Dom, what do you think is going to happen in this game? What's your score?
It's an AFC North matchup, man. I think it gets close. I think we win it 24-17.
Okay. 27. or maybe even I'm going to even be closer than that. I think the Bengals are very desperate for a win. They're going to give us a run for their money. 27-24.
27,
Ravens will take it.
24.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We're both calling for a close matchup, people. So let us know what your thoughts are. What do you think the Ravens are going to do against the Bengals? Is your squad playing this weekend? Are you on a bye week? Let us know how you guys feel like your teams are performing so far as we head into week 5. Gonz, what are any final thoughts before we get out of here?
Just handle your business. Don't outsmart yourself on offense. Pressure the quarterback on defense. Be disciplined when you're tackling. Don't let the short gains turn into long gains. Just make those little running back dump downs turn into no gain or 1 yard. So just wrap up your guy. Just don't overthink it. Like Belichick says, do your job. Do your job.
Your job. Stay consistent. Play all 4 quarters like you did on Sunday night. We should be fine.
And run the ball on offense.
Please run the ball. Do both. Be balanced. Balanced offense, please.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you for joining us for another pregame show here on Dom and Gonz Sports Talk. If you love our content, please don't be afraid to like, share, comment, all that fancy jazz. We will see you guys for our post-game thoughts, hopefully for a win. Please, Ravens. And probably on Sunday evening, probably around that time, we will coordinate and let you guys know. As for now, I'm Dom. That's Gonz. We're hoping for a Ravens win. See you on Sunday. Go Ravens.